Hi everyone! My name's Liz and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a pleated face covering using some woven fabric and your sewing machine. For the pleated face covering you will need an iron, some sharp scissors, a washable felt tip pen, a piece of A4 paper, some hand sewing needles or a sewing machine, some elastic, a safety pin, some clips, pins or pegs that you can use to keep the pleats in place, some thread, a ruler, some woven cotton. You could either use an old pillowcase, a button-down shirt, or you could just buy some funky fabric like I did. Mine has skull and crossbones because who doesn't want to look like a pirate? And my secret weapon for making pleats is a lolly stick. To make a pleated face covering, first take an A4 piece of paper, fold this top edge over to meet the side, and then fold this up, open it out. You can see we have a nice square. Take your ruler and measure in 1 inch, match those up. Cut this out with a pair of scissors. For those of you who've nicked your mum's scissors, don't use her fabric scissors, she'll be going mental. Just gonna give that a quick iron just to flatten it out. So the long edge here is what's gonna go ear to ear, and the shorter edge here is what's gonna go from nose to chin. I'm gonna take a single piece of fabric and fold it over. Pop your pattern onto your fabric and hold it in place using some clips. You can also pin it in place. So if we open this out, we just want to make sure that the wrong sides are together. I'm gonna mark at the top edge, just probably about 2 inches. We're gonna leave that gap open so that we can turn this the right way out again. Sew around the sides with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Stop when you come to where you marked for the opening and start again on the other side of the opening. Don't forget to backstitch. Now we're going to just trim off these corners and then just trim any threads off that are in between the places where you started and stopped. We should be able to just turn this all the right way out. If you have something like a chopstick or some scissors with a blunt end, do not do this with sharp scissors because they'll just poke right through the end. A nice square corner so you haven't got any rounded corners going on. Take this over, give it a quick press, which I'm going to do, and then I'm just going to come back to the sewing machine and just top stitch that shut. Give it a press with an iron so that it lays flat. I want you to measure 1 inch up from the bottom and just fold the top edge down. We're going to get the iron and just press a fold in there. And then we're going to repeat that on the top, about 1 inch. Okay, so this is where we're going to get crafty with a lolly stick. What we're going to do is we're going to use the lolly stick just to measure out some pleats. I've pressed a line in here. What I'm going to do is just fold that back down. And I'm going to take my lolly stick and I'm going to fold my fabric back over the lolly stick. And I'm going to take my iron and press it. This will give me another pleat, and then if I feel for the ridge, you'll feel the ridge underneath, and place the lolly stick just before that ridge and fold the entire thing back over again. Give that another press, fold it back down, fold it forward, pop the lolly stick back on top and fold it back. So you're just kind of making a concertina. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be pleated so that it'll fit over your face. So I'm just going to press that fold in again. Pop the lolly stick on while it's folded up. Fold it back down. Iron over the top. Find the ridge and pop the lolly stick on it. Fold it back up. Pop the lolly stick on and fold the fabric back down. You should have 4 pleats on the mask. 2 pleats on the top that face down towards the centre and 2 pleats on the bottom that face up towards the centre. Give it all a good press so that it stays in place. Then secure the pleats with either clips, clothes pegs or pins, and sew a line of stitches to keep all the pleats in place about 5/8 of an inch from the edge. Trim off all your threads. So now what we're going to do is that line of stitching that we just put in to keep the pleats in place, we're going to fold that over. So that's channel number 1 done. Trim the ends off. Thread the elastic through the channels using the safety pin. When you get to the top of one side, go back down through the top of the other side, and then we can just tie this in a knot. And when you tie it onto your head, you can adjust the length of the elastic by tying another knot in it. You can hide the knot inside the channel if you can fit it in. So here I am wearing my pleated face covering. Does the job very well. Get cracking, get your faces covered on the train.